Cookie, I started to say, but Jungkook cut me off by kissing me aggressively. I was too shocked but then quickly responded. I got lost in the kiss and ended pushing him back on the bed and getting on top of him. I unbuttoned his shirt before kissing him again. I moved to kiss his neck and he moved his head, giving me more space. His hands were roaming my hair, then moved to my chest and kept reaching lower. I pulled back when I came to my senses and looked at him with uncertainty. He looked at me for a second before speaking. Just do it with me," Jungkook said before pulling me closer to kiss me again, compiled happily. At morning when I woke up, the first thing I noticed was Cookie lying on my chest with his arms wrapped around my waist. I smiled. It would be so good if I could wake up like this every day. I look at him sleeping peacefully and admire his beauty. Running my fingers through his soft silky hair, and he hummed contentedly before snuggling closer to me. This moment right here is pure bliss. I can't believe we just did it yesterday. This was unbelievable. I didn't even want to think of the consequences. I was enjoying the calm before the storm. This didn't last for long as my phone started ringing loudly. I tried to answer it as quickly as possible to not wake Jungkook up. But it was too late as he started moving. I looked at the phone and it was my papa. I sighed before answering. "Hey papa," I said, putting him on speaker. "Hey my baby tiger. Are you and Jungkook coming today or did you forget?" Jin asked. I didn't know what to say. I was coming, just didn't know if Cookie was still on the plan. I looked at him, who was still laying on my chest, and he smiled at me before answering himself. "Yeah my mama bird, we are coming soon. I wouldn't miss you making my favorite dishes." "That's great bunny, I'm waiting for you to come soon," Jin said excitedly before hanging up. Jungkook sat up and hissed in pain. I looked at him concerned. "Stay there, I'm going to prepare a warm bath for you," I said, standing up and putting on my clothes. Jungkook just nodded. I prepared a warm bath and rushed over back to the room. I picked Jungkook up and carried him in bridal style. I left him bathing himself and went to prepare breakfast. I was confused because he was acting like nothing happened. He didn't yell at me or wasn't mad, which I didn't understand. Not that I was complaining, I was just confused. I finished preparing our breakfast and walked towards the bath. "Are you done?" I asked, standing in front of the door. "Yes, but I can't walk there myself." "Help me," Jungkook said from inside. I went inside and helped him stand up and gave him a towel. Once he put it around himself, I picked him up again. "You're okay," Jungkook said, hitting me on my chest. I just smiled at him and carried him back to the bed. If he wasn't pushing me away, then I'm gonna pamper him. He put on his clothes and I dried his hair. He was happy and that made me happy. I gave him some painkillers and brought the breakfast to bed. He turned on the TV and I let him. I actually wanted to talk, but I'll put it off as long as possible. We were having breakfast and I was feeding him. Because I only brought one fork and I was too lazy to get another one. After we finished breakfast, I turned towards him and said, "Cookie, we need to talk." "About what?" Jungkook asked, looking at me confused. "About us. And what happened yesterday," I said, looking into his eyes. "Why do you regret it?" Jungkook said sadly, and I can see tears forming in his big eyes. "What? No. Why would I almost screamed. "Then what? I thought you loved me too. You were the first one to kiss me," Jungkook said with a big pout on his plump pouty lips. "You love me too." I asked dumbfounded. I still didn't want to get my hopes up. Of course I do. Do you seriously think I would just give up my just like that? Jungkook said, getting mad. No, I just never imagined that you would love me too. I thought that you might think this was a mistake. I replied. You stupid alien. I should have known you are always clueless. I've been trying to get you to notice my feelings for quite a while. And I thought I made it clear when you were eavesdropping on me. And I said I was in love with someone and looked at you. But then you ran away and started acting cold. So I thought that meant you were rejecting me. That's why I got mad easily when you were ignoring me. But then you kissed me and I thought that was your way of saying love you to me. Jungkook said, getting closer and sitting on my lap. He cupped my face, making me look at him in the eye. Just in case I wasn't clear already, I love you. You stupid alien. Jungkook said, rubbing his nose against mine affectionately. I smiled, hugging him closer, nuzzling my face on his chest. I'm sorry. I love you too. I love you so much. You can't even imagine how much I love you, I said, looking at him lovingly. He gave me a kiss before getting off. I love you more. Now come on, let's finish getting ready. My mama bird is waiting for us, Jungkook said, fixing his hair. I walked up behind him and back hugged him, resting my head on his shoulder, looking at our reflection in the mirror. Should we tell Papa? I'd bet he will be thrilled. He likes you more than me. Sometimes I think who's his real son, I said, and he shrugged. It's up to you. I don't mind telling him. I think he will support us, Jungkook said, smiling at me. Let's just see if it comes up, I said, getting ready too. Few hours later, we arrived at my parents' house at noon. We were currently sitting in my car in front of the house. Remember, you have to act normal in front of him until we tell him, okay? Jungkook said, and I pouted, looking at him. Does that mean I can't kiss you or hold your hand or anything? I asked, and he nodded. Then come on, we are telling him right now. I finally got you and I'm not gonna hide you. I should be bragging instead. He smiled brightly at me before giving me a soft, loving kiss. That's why I love you. You are adorable, Jungkook said before getting out of the car. I did too, with a smile in my face. I'm so happy right now. We entered the house and Papa quickly came rushing towards us. Oh my babies, I missed you too so much, Papa said, hugging us both at the same time. Papa, it's been like 2 weeks since we last came home, I said with a smile. So what, I still missed you. Plus Jungkook couldn't come last time because he had to study. So it's been a while since I last saw him, Papa said. I looked at Jungkook and smiled. He did the same. For a second I forgot Papa was here until he started talking. Wait a minute. You two seem weird, Papa said, inspecting both of us with his eyes for a second before we heard him gasp. You two even did it, Papa screamed. Esh, Papa, don't say like this, I screamed too, while Jungkook became a blushing mess. I'm right. Just look at this shy bunny, Papa said, pinching Jungkook's cheek. Please tell me you two are finally together and aren't just sleeping with each other, Papa said, looking at both of us. We are together, right, Cookie? I said, putting my arm around him. Yes. Looking at me, Jungkook said with a shy smile. Finally, I was tired of watching you two clearly have feelings for each other but not making any moves. Hold on, I gotta call your Papa to tell him it finally happened. I should call Cookie's mom too. I won the bet. She said we'd have to tell you guys because none of you was going to make the first move. Papa said excitedly before leaving us alone to call my Appa and Cookie's mom. I guess everyone knew but us. I said, grabbing Cookie's waist and pulling him closer. I'm gonna kick Yuno and Mingyu when we get back if they knew and didn't tell us. Jungkook said with a little angry pout. Okay, I'll help you, I said before giving a kiss on his pout. And he smiles happily. The end. Thanks for watching, puffballs.